In this video, we're talking about function rules. A function rule is nothing more than an equation that describes a function or a relationship between a domain and range. But first, let's look at two ways that we will be seeing how the domain and range, or input and output, will be represented. Often the domain will be represented by a variable, such as x. The range, however, can be represented in one of two ways. Sometimes you'll see it as y, and sometimes you'll see it as f of x, written this way. X is generally used just for the input or domain, but the input or range could be expressed either as y or either as f of x. Either one is acceptable. So let's take a look at an example. Here we have the output is 5 less than the input. Recall the output will be our range and the input will be our domain. The word is will tell us where the equal sign will go in our equation. For this example, let's use y to represent the output. 5 less than indicates that we're doing subtraction. So 5 less than the input would be x minus 5. This is another problem that you may come across in your textbook. For this example, what you need to do is replace the input of x with the value of 3. Once you've done that, it's just a matter of simplifying the expression. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 5 is 11. Here's one more example that you may see in your textbook. What we need to do is replace x with negative 2 and y with 0 in both of the equations below. So I've replaced both variables with the values and simplified for each. As you can see with this equation on the left-hand side, 0 does not equal negative 4. So negative 2, 0 is not a solution for this equation. However, on the right-hand side, we can see that when we simplify, we'll get negative 10 plus 10, which equals 0. So this is a solution for this equation. A few things to remember. X is going to be used for the domain, and for the range we could either use y or f of x.